Welcome back, disc golf fans, to the final round back nine coverage of the 2023 MVP Open at Maple Hill, presented by OTB. Disc Golf Pro Tour event sponsored by Barbasol. What an exciting week we've had so far. Lots of great coverage to watch, and especially this final round front nine. I'm Nathan Queen, again joined by Andrew Fish.
And it sure seems like every year Maple Hill gives us a classic finish in one way or another. Aaron Gossage currently with the solo lead through the front nine at 17 under par. Matty O trailing by just a stroke, tied for second with several other players. And go back and watch that front nine for some awesome highlights. Making some moves on the lead card thus far, though.
Yeah, two players from Chase Card in the 1-2 spots through 9 holes.
Hole 10, 377 feet, directly uphill onto this castle. Got to manage the wind a little bit, but likely to see hyzers, perhaps some flip in there from Marwede, as he doesn't have quite the power of the other players on the card. Good low line drive, holding it out to the right side. And that'll be a putting opportunity.
Yeah, it does get a pretty nice stand up. He's going to be inside circle 2.
Gossage has been on a heater. Has done pretty much the minimum number of strokes on every hole, even including that OB stroke on 9. And this is a great pump up the hill.
Yeah, also going to be sliding up there into that circle 2, possibly circle 1 area. I think this hole plays well for Matty O's release. He's already got that high release. Should be able to get the same amount of power he usually gets on this shot.
And kind of a misfire. Gonna have to scramble a little bit. Now Wysocki. Good clean spin on this, holding it to the right side. And yeah, right up against the castle.
That's good, right? Yep.
Yeah, beautiful drive. Got tons of speed on that and made it look super easy.
Go. Keep going. No. That's it.
Ooh, and Matty O trying to get up on top of that castle. Didn't quite make it. The rollaway actually probably helped him. Got him a little off of that wall. Now he might be able to have a normal putting stance.
Yeah, 25 feet of roll, but I think the critical part is the direction. Gossage from the low side. Gonna reset.
Yeah, and definitely well into circle 1.
Sticks it. Muted fist pump, continuing to press.
Yeah, 6 under par through 10, has the lead. Matty O
Orum does indeed clean up the par.
able to connect for his par. Nice save after not quite getting the drive that you'd like. Nice bounce back there from Ricky Wysocki.
And we'll see the short comeback putt from Andy Marwede. After Wysocki does card the bird.
Here we are at hole 11, 804-foot par 4. Like to land somewhere in this open area, ideally between these two big Christmas trees here, so you can have a straight gap into this next gap, which is about 100 feet before you reach the pin. Beautiful par 4 out here, one of my favorites to throw.
Yeah, and when the wind is down, an opportunity for the big arms to really show off. Gossage playing hyzer, snaps it up to flat, playing down the right side, and then that'll finish in the short grass.
Yeah, in the short grass, and I believe he's found that center gap as well. We'll see once he gets down to that lie. But big drive there from Aaron Gossage.
Different shape here from Wysocki, starting it down the left side and turning it the entire way. We'll see if he was able to stay out of the woods on the right side. Those can get hairy and prevent effective upshots.
Marwede also going more with that hyzer line. Maybe a bit of a straighter disc to catch a little bit more glide. And is going to fade back nicely into the landing zone.
And back of the box, Matt Orum. See what he can do with those wind reads. Looks like he's following Gossage and Marwede with that hyzer play, but higher. And yeah, matching Gossage, only a couple feet off.
Marwede going to be up first, in good position, probably 380, 360 or so in, and he does have a straight look into the pin. Oh, has a nice line on it, but just a bit too much height and going to get tagged down.
Yeah, one rude branch. Orum certainly going to go with an anhyzer release. And pretty exaggerated angle. Nathan, is he looking roller potentially?
Yeah, looks like he is.
Very crafty play by Matt Orum, running over the slope on the left side and into circle 2.
Yeah, we've seen lots of circle 2 today from all the players. Ricky Wysocki been hot from circle 2. Aaron Gossage just a few feet to the left of where Matty O was at. Looks like he's going to be able to go a lot flatter shot here. Oh yeah, straight down the gut.
Yeah, not nearly as obstructed by a big pine in his face.
Oh, but he is going to find a late tree. Going to leave him in circle 2 as well.
And Wysocki able to get out, but not a whole lot more. Might be able to take a poke from that 80 to 100 distance. Marwede attempts a little throw in, but just to the backside of the whiskers.
Oh, wow. And an incredible bid from Ricky Wysocki, going to end up just a bit high. Difficult to do from that far. Aaron Gossage actually just outside of circle 2 here.
And not a great bid. I'm going to catch a little bonus roll. Matty O from deep C2. Clean look, though. And yeah, he's going to be able to run that one down. Knew it early. Great spin from high on his chest.
Yeah, you can see him start to hopping it in there not long out of the hand. And hit just in the perfect spot on that basket to make sure it stays in there. It's going to move him to 3 under on the round now.
Gossage with the par pickup. He can afford that with all the good work he has in the bank through the first 10. Marwede and Wysocki also going to clean up pars. And that's kind of what you expect here. Hole playing about a quarter stroke under for the field. Walk back to hole 12's tee pad. 710 feet, a par 4. Need to throw a righty backhand over top of the pines on the right and land somewhere in the open space here. That leaves a downhill approach. Pretty tricky to stop your disc. And there's a ditch behind should you come in with too much speed. Again, with the neutral wind, can really open up, try to push down into that tunnel potentially.
Yeah, and it looks like there is a little bit of wind, but going to be helping with that tailwind. If you can throw something high enough, as Matty O has done, he's got all the way close to that gap. He's going to be in pretty good position to throw a little backhand flex shot down that hill.
Gossage following that also turns over, and then some late stability, but higher on the hill.
Yeah.
Either the more severe backhand turnover or forehand.
Yeah, being that much higher on the hill really creates a much more difficult angle to reach the pin. And Ricky in an even more difficult spot to reach the pin, going to come up short in those Christmas trees.
We saw Marwede struggle on hole 12 previously. This time, able to get clean off the tee, nice and high. And I think, yep, he's going to start fading back. Could create an awkward angle.
Ricky has found a clearing to swing a sidearm around and able to get pretty good distance. Looks like he's going to be down on that left side. What is Marwede looking at here?
Went for a pretty creative angle, and the tree said nah.
Oh, so Matty O is going to go with that forehand and gets a nice counter skip. He's going to be down right around circle's edge, just inside.
And interestingly, Gossage, known as more of the forehand player, goes with the backhand, but equally effective towards circle one's edge. Marwede's still having to scramble, and I can say from experience, these gaps don't line up super well.
He gets a good little flex on that. Going to put him in shallow circle 2, I believe, trying to get his par. Oh, and Ricky's hit early. That's going to be bogey now for Ricky.
And the speed of that happening, I'm not sure is so much about the cut as how quickly Ricky probably did that out of frustration.
Yeah, it's not too often you see him hit that early. Andrew Marwede doesn't want to give up another stroke after that ace. He is on a par streak, and this is a big hit to save par right here.
So far, it's outside circle 2, counts as a throw-in, and the par.
Wow. Big highlight putt. I'm sure he wishes it was for birdie, but maintaining an under par round at the moment.
Now to the birdie looks. First Gossage.
Solid.
And feeling the momentum. He's had a couple opportunities this year. Portland Open, OTB Open, to try to chase down a big win.
And again on that chase out here at Maple Hill, Ricky Wysocki able to connect on a pretty long putt for his bogey. Matty O now looking for another birdie to go back to back.
And good looking putt, nice and centered over the rim. Matty has the focus right now, it seems like.
Here we are at the 13th, a 472-foot downhill par 3 with a late gap to hit at the end. Basket has been moved back just a little bit from where you see here to make that collection ditch be a little bit more of a circle's edge putt rather than a nice 15-footer. Wind down today, so gonna see a lot more attackable conditions.
With the mid-range, Matty this is down the right side and into a putting position.
Yeah, well executed shot, never left the line that it was on when it left his hand.
It's just so gorgeous to watch this fly for 6-7 seconds. Especially when it's well executed like these two have been. Gossage, however, gonna get blocked down, will have to lay up.
Yeah, just a bit too much height. If he had just a little bit of nose down angle on that, gonna drag that over to the right a bit. Marwede going with the flex forehand.
We saw him do this very well previously. This time decent, but not not right at the pole.
A nice line from Ricky, also a little bit off to the right side and gonna tag a tree. Look like it still may have moved forward afterwards. We'll see if he ends up with a look or not.
Gossage with a no-nonsense layup. Will card the par, and if Wysocki is next to go, that means everybody else in pretty decent position off the top for his birdie attempt.
So Marwede just in circle 2. Also gonna hit off the top like Wysocki did. So Matty now, our last opportunity for a birdie.
And he is gonna spin it in there. Ties Aaron Gossage at 19 under for the event.
And has got himself a turkey. Always feels good out here at Maple Hill to string together a few birdies. Is Ricky Wysocki and Andrew Marwede going to be able to tap in their pars along with Gossage and move us on to the 14th?
'14 does come after 13. 440 feet, a par 3. Once again, just an iconic water carry. Plays very well for the righty backhand with some late stability. With the slight tailwind, you could disc down even to mid-range if you wanted to. Although it's pretty popular to throw something between 10 and 12 speed. Matty gonna go pretty fast here. Gives it the width, pretty low. And yes, great check off the hillside to about 18 feet.
I almost missed a pretty sweet ace back on hole 13. Nico LaCastro seems to be a fan of hitting the longer aces, able to get the one on hole 13.
And if I'm not mistaken, his second of the tournament.
Indeed,
After he had
it
aced
was.
hole 4 in round 1.
Aaron Gossage here trying to follow up that beautiful drive from Matty O. Looks pretty good as well, but catches a skip and is going to put him off in most likely layup land.
Yeah, it depends on what he's feeling and what the wind is doing at that point. Certainly get irregular skips off at the gravel road that doubles as this fairway. Marwede, good height, good width.
That's right where you want it to dig.
And has some lakefront property.
Yeah, sticks it in a small little dirt patch right there at the end of the log. Gonna have the least scary putt I think that you can really have here on hole 14.
Get down now.
And Rick a little earlier. Everybody inbounds here. And Gossage gonna fight a different battle. Chooses to lay up. Very smart.
Marwede with the rare putt away from the water, able to connect and finally get himself another birdie, his first under par stroke since the ace on hole 8.
Ricky Wysocki also carding that birdie. And now we get to Matty O for a 4th straight.
Go ahead and count it. Matty O on a roll here. And here we are at hole 15, 322-foot par 3 with a bit of a tight gap to hit. Got this ravine early on that if you don't make it past, could be in a tough position to scramble for the par, but ideally on this hole, you're looking to hit that gap and get yourself inside circle 1 for a birdie.
Matt Orum going to start us off with a pine down the right side and gonna swing just by every tree on the right side into deep C1. Well thrown by Matty O.
And Marwede actually going to go with a different line here, go with that flex forehand. Big out and around, doesn't quite get the overstable skip back that he's looking for, but should be inside circle 2.
Ricky with the straight backhand, draws it from left to right. And that is pure down the middle, Nathan.
Oh, beautiful drive and use the ground to control that speed. That's how you draw up hole 15. Ricky is going to be tapping in a nice birdie to go back to back.
Aaron Gossage going to take an extra moment here on the tee pad. Set his angle and be ready for it. But isn't going to get the flip and will be in that ravine.
Yeah, not a mistake you want to make on this one. As you see, he is down. Can't see the basket. Once you get off this fairway early, it's difficult to find a line to get through.
Trying to chip a forehand zone up there. Going to come up short. Now Marwede from deep. And not to be this time.
Yeah, also going to find a tree a little short. Gossage now with the long look for par save.
pretty critical to his winning chances with Matteo now putting for birdie. And gonna ramp off the top.
Yeah, gives it a good bit there. Nice to have enough height. But Matteo gonna solidly putt it in for 5 in a row. On a roll right now. 7 under par through the round with a 5 birdie streak.
Now Gossage for his 4. Does stick it. And note that he is still in second place through 15 holes, which means Matteo has 3 strokes on the field.
Yeah, Chase Card making their push today. Not moving day, but still making moves out here.
I just think the plastic is very premium. It's a high quality material. The way the disc feels in my hand.
I think it's the quality of plastic.
It's unlike any other plastic that you'll find in the industry.
The quality is better than any other company out there.
Again, just consistent plastic. It's something I can consistently trust on every single throw.
There's so many discs to choose from, and I guarantee if you tried every disc in the lineup, you're gonna wanna put multiple discs in your bag.
It's extremely high quality. You can only say so much, but they have to eventually just try it themselves and see.
Hole 16 in the high 400s, par 3. Likely to see backhands that have some drift from left to right on them. Not a whole lot of wind today, so probably attackable with fairways. Straight gap at the basket is the preferred line at this point.
And Matteo looking to back up those 5 birdies, has made it straight through that gap. Drifts just to the right of those last 2 trees. Going to be inside circle 1. Looking for yet another birdie.
Wysocki running down the right side. And should have a long look at this. We'll see if he's got any obstruction, however. So Nathan, as a counterclockwise thrower yourself, do you think this forehand play out of Marwede is a birdie attempt? Or is this ensuring that he gets a lot out of the shot?
I do think it can still be the birdie attempt. It does tighten up the gap a bit, but as soon as you get past those 2 trees that are kind of on that second mound, if you still have flight, then it's pretty easy to carry the distance.
And did seem to be reasonably effective. Gossage looking to bounce back after the bogey on 15. And pulling it off to the right side. Got about half of the distance he needed.
Yeah, covered enough of it. He's got a pretty open shot to the pin here. Needs to stick this one close, secure his par.
And backhand turnover into circle 1. We'll have indeed a chance for that par.
Yeah, not exactly what you would like. Not secured yet, but he is in circle 1.
And from the bushes, Ricky Wysocki.
Gonna grab himself another turkey on the round. Gobble, gobble. 5 under par. Let's take a look at this one again. Out of the woods.
Rick digs the long ball. Hands up in celebration.
I was waiting to see the raptor legs running out of the woods there. Just got the bit of a hands up, though. Maybe saves the raptor legs for lead card.
And Marwede with the hyzer look. Couldn't really get any legs into that, it seemed like.
Yeah, maybe he's standing on a pallet in the mud. Matty-O for the six-pack. And there it is, Crawdaddy Matty. 6 birdies in a row, 8 under par. Solo lead by 4.
And the crowd encouraging Matty-O as Gossage started to line up his putt. And he's going to lift that high into the band.
Oh, man. Unforced error. Going to cause him yet another bogey stroke. Still a good round going at 5 under par.
Yeah, that's the tragedy of sequencing. He looked like an unbeatable player for the first half.
Getting into the last couple holes here. Hole 17, 636-foot par 4. You'd like to land somewhere around here. Give you a little backhand turnover or chip forehand into this green. There is an OB line long off of the tee or left side for that second shot that can cause a little bit of trouble. But this does play as one of the easier holes on the course.
And it has all week.
It's still working though.
Matty-O, yep, is indeed still working. Out into the open. A little bit more severe turnover than is desired.
Oh yeah, nice little kick.
And probably a little bit lower than desired out of Ricky's hands as he just kind of throws his hands up. Maybe encountering a little bit of wind once you get out of this gap. It's hard to feel it if you're back on this tee pad.
Certainly, and the direction has most often been a crosswind that kind of slams discs down. You see it dancing Marwede's forehand late in the flight.
Yeah, maybe signifying a little bit of left to right tailwind. Gossage looking to get back on track with a big drive here. All right.
Still has very effective shot out there.
Yeah, ends up a lot farther left than you typically see people go, but gonna have a long look into the green.
I think that's part of the challenge of this hole. The gap points you almost at the out of bounds. Wysocki into circle 2. He's been nails from there all day, pretty much. Matty-O with the turnover shot.
And look at that disc drift off to the right side. Gets a nice slide on down there. Is going to have himself another birdie look.
Marwede to the forehand. Plays high, catches some branches. We'll see whether the Cookie Monster wants to run that for his bird.
And Aaron, a different shot that we've seen this week, a bit farther back, but looking pretty much straight at it, is going to execute nicely. Give himself a good chance for birdie.
And yes, Wysocki. Now look who's on a 4-bird streak.
Yeah, we've had lots of those birdie streaks out here today with the lower wind conditions. Chase card in attack mode. Ricky Wysocki, 4 birdies, now 6 down on the round in a tie for 4th. This is Matty-O looking for a 7th birdie in a row.
And you know it.
Oh, and he is big pumped about it. Yelling out on while the disc is on the way there. 9 down on the round. Oh,
And
man.
in real time, he's got quite the lead. Hole by hole, he can pretty much walk in hole 18. Matteo has done so much great work on this back nine.
Yeah, lead card a few holes back now. Probably back on 14 or so. And like you said, has quite the lead. Almost a walk-in feeling, even though he's going to have to wait it out.
And high right side chains for Andy Marwede. He will have to tap in the 4. Gossage, as the car alarm finally stops, back on track with the birdie putt.
Bit of a reset there for Marwede, staring at a pretty tall basket right there, but is able to connect.
Kind of doesn't matter if you're 6'7" when you're on the low side of 17 screen. Hole 18, 640 feet, a par 4. Throw a backhand up to this landing zone, or there is the right side flex shot that gets you a little more distance. Skinny little green offset, so forehand tends to be the most common play. OB configuration has been changed from previous years up near the end of the landing zone for second shots.
Yeah, I know.
And for some reason, Matteo worried about his glasses falling off right here. Hands him off.
I feel like we got, 20 years of history showing he's not concerned about that. Just over the rock wall on the drive. And plenty of distance out there.
Oh, man, job done. That is what he needed here on hole 18. I feel like even though he is on chase card at the position that he's in, he doesn't have to risk that. He can lay that up if he wants.
Yeah, Matteo very much in the driver's seat, making everybody else chase him. Wysocki high and right with the forehand. I think the forehand pretty hard to throw here, as the rock wall, only about 40 feet off the tee, plays high.
Yeah, I agree with that. You see Aaron had a bit of an awkward looking swing to what we normally see from him, in my opinion, and had that nose up a bit too much.
I said backhand in my... Yeah, potentially. I said backhand in my whole preview, and now we see 3 forehands. Marwede the best of the bunch.
Yeah, Marwede made that look very easy for the forehand line. Very well executed, and Ricky Wysocki in a bit of trouble here.
No sense going for too much. He's going to put himself about 130 feet away from the basket. Gossage from well back on the fairway.
And this looks quite aggressive. Swings it out wide, tracking nicely. And it is going to be inbounds on the island. He's looking to go back-to-back birdies to reclaim those bogeys that he took. Beautiful shot from Aaron Gossage.
Marwede high and wide with his own forehand. And wow, the late switch to the green flag.
The spotter was so sure that that shot was going out of bounds, he didn't know how to pull the right flag out. And, well, that's not exactly the layup that you're looking for, but did play smartly by throwing the layup shot.
I have seen Matteo throw that exact layup earlier this week, so perhaps it's part of his game plan to open up the angle rather than being pinched on the wall. Leaves a backhand turnover shot in.
That's all he needed. He throws it up there as a whisker tickler, and look at him. He knows it.
He knows it, and all these guys who don't have passes to be on the fairway know it too.
Oh, even the card, Ricky Wysocki giving him a hug. How you just don't see this. This is chase card, guys. This is not lead card. Finishing it.
Chase card making up 4 strokes on the leaders to start the round. So now to Marwede for his birdie putt.
And trying to give us one more highlight to go along with this incredible round that we've had to watch. Ricky Wysocki is going to be able to scramble for his par. Shoot a very nice 6 down to finish his tournament.
Gossage gonna close with the birdie. And he, like the rest of this card, gonna wait for the lead card to come in and see what the ultimate results are. Matty for his 4.
And Matty-O. A 9 under par last round from Chase Card. Gonna leave him with 5 strokes right now, real time, waiting on lead card to finish. All but his, just a formality at this point.
I told you y'all are my good luck charms.
Matt, wow. You just got an extended round of applause by one of the best crowds in disc golf. Everyone knows the significance of this moment. What emotions are you feeling right now?
I know I hate saying this because I watch so many freaking sports. That's what everybody says. I'm really for a loss of words, for real. I can't even believe it. Like you said, you was like, I've turned into a different person out there. I don't know what happened on hole 12. I just felt like something came into me. I just stayed so relaxed. I try not to make eye-to-eye contact with nobody but my caddy, and I just tried to stay in the zone. And I just think it all comes full circle because, like, everybody says that you need to get that win, but people don't realize how much sleep I've lost. When I could have won this tournament the first time I came here, 2010, when I lost the tournament on the last hole, so I could have easily got rid of it then, but I thought about it the whole way, walk up the fairway, because I know you said you remember, but I was like, nobody but Steve Dodge and Barsby remembers that I lost in the last hole of this tournament. So I got to change it.
Matt, you cashed for the very first time in the PDGA in 2002 at the Southern Nationals. You met Greg Barsby and Garrett Gerthy at the juniors in Miami, Florida. You were 2003 3 rookies with those 2. What keeps you and those 2 guys still going? What keeps you motivated to continue to improve and take down these giant victories on the tour?
Only reason I can say it's because I know both of them. It's because we freaking love disc golf and we love the freaking game of golf and disc golf, and we were meant for this. I mean, us 3 were truly meant to be here and play this game. We were growing around. Back then, we were the only 3 juniors probably in the world, like besides Miles and maybe 2 others. Because we looked at the back of the magazine and there was no juniors out there playing. So those are my boys. Those are my people.
Well, Matt, I want to give you the floor. There's so many people that have mentored you along the way in this game, and so many people that have helped you get to where you are right now. I just want to give you the floor. Shout out anyone that you want to shout out. Say whatever you want to say out here to the people.
It's got to start off with my dad, number 1. And then it goes into people like River Sherrod, my hero, Ken Climo, Eric Tracy, Mike Worm, Young, my dog, freaking Buddy Picott, Michael Preston, Wally Freed, Cecil McGuire, so many people.
Matt, I'm going to go let you celebrate. You got a pond to jump in, my friend. Congratulations.
Over the ball!
Thank you all for being here at the MVP Open. This has been a dream of mine for literally 20 years. You all made it happen. Thank you very much. Obviously, we have the world's greatest staff. So if you see a staff member, pat them on the back. Say thank you very much for making this thing run so smoothly. Thank you, world's greatest staff. There's someone really special that I need to thank, and it's Tom Southwick. My cousin loves people, but he loves tractors more, and he was on the tractor all weekend. Let's hear it for Tractor Man Tom Southwick. And if there was one person I love more than my cousin Tom, it's my wife Jessie. You guys have no idea how much she supports me. Literally hundreds of meals, putting up with me and all my friends in the house. Thank you, Jessie. I love you. Jesse, we love you! And without any further ado, I'd like to present the whale sax pond jump. Matty O and Haley King, here we go.
Come on, Haley. You guys got it.
It's gonna get farther. 3, 2, 1, go!
Wow, Nathan. Just amazing golf from everybody on the card. Tons of highlights, big putts, great park jobs, and just couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Matty O has been grinding out the tour for years and years for his first elite victory.
Yeah, and Aaron Gossage from over par first round to second on the tournament. Just incredible showing. So excited that we were able to call this for all you guys out here. In our final Disc Golf Pro Tour standings, Calvin Heimberg coming away with the championship points win.
And Matt Orum able to jump up 5 spots with his victory here at the MVP Open, presented by OTB. We will next see you at the DGPT Tour Championship in Charlotte in a few weeks. And Nathan, very excited to see that too. It's been such a spectacular year of disc golf.
It has been. MVP is a good way to send it off to the championships where we've got some more woods golf for you guys. For Andrew Fish, I'm Nathan Queen. We'll see you guys out there.